Welcome, everyone, to the Santa Cruz Masters Cup out at De La Viega Disc Golf Course. We are here with the final round of the FPO lead card coverage. I'm Sarah Hokum, here with Zoe Andike.
Hey, everybody. We've got a pretty amazing feature card here for the final round of the Santa Cruz Masters Cup. It's been a really fun battle. Look at our leaderboard here. We have Paige Pierce coming into the final round at 3 down, Kona at even, and let's see how these ladies take off on hole 1. It is a par 3, 345 feet, all the way uphill. Pretty good elevation gain here. You just want to miss that first tree off to the right and not pin yourself up on the left-hand side. There is out of bounds lining the entire fairway on the right-hand side, so hoping for no rollaways, just a nice soft landing on that hillside.
Paige Pierce, the leader, starting us off, throwing her Zeus. Needs to get over that tree. It does. Great shot with a look at birdie.
And a birdie flying actually in the camera view. That was pretty cool looking. And Kona Panis here.
Joining the lead card for the first time this weekend, pumping her Emperor out on a similar line as Paige.
Wow.
And also getting a look. We have not seen a birdie on this hole yet this weekend, so I'm excited to see if anybody can cash in on that putt.
Katrina Allen, who has been on our feature or lead card all weekend long, playing very solid golf. And she's in good position in the middle of the fairway.
And Maria Oliva, also a newcomer to the lead card along with Panis. Ripping on a destroyer.
Yes, I actually had the pleasure of playing with Maria on day 1. She throws very, very far.
She's really made some improvements these last couple of years. I got to play with her earlier this year, and she was throwing it as far as all of our distance throwers in the FPO division.
Kat with a safe bid and a safe landing there for the drop-in par.
Kona with the alpaca Annie look.
And that'll be an easy par as well. Paige lining up for this putt. We really want to see that 2.
Looking to extend her lead. Oh!
Almost. Plenty of power to actually make it, but a little bit high, leaving her with a tap-in par as well.
Pars are good out here. De La does not give away birdies very easily, and it's really easy to bogey, so these top ladies tapping in their pars is going to be good for the field.
It's a great start for this entire card. As I mentioned in the beginning, rollaways are real, just like you were saying, Sarah. It's a very tricky course and landscape out here. Pars are gold.
So we still got quite a battle hill even here, even though Paige is up by 3 and she's got a fairly substantial lead over Katrina and Maria. Anything can happen out here. One hole you can get a 3 or 4 stroke swing. So stay tuned as we continue on these next 23 holes on to hole 2.
Major elevation here uphill. It's 276 feet, par 3. It's playing like, I think I mentioned it in some of the earlier rounds. This hole feels like a 400-footer plus. It's such drastic elevation gain. The rollaways are real. The OB road is down at the bottom of this steep hill. And it's really a tough green to stick your putter or upshot. Let's see how these ladies attack.
Paige up first, going stalker. There it is. She missed her line the first 2 rounds. So really great to see her hit that line and give herself a long birdie look.
Love seeing the players make that correction.
Kona using a sidewinder to get that slight turn up the hill, and she's got a good position. Katrina ripping on that X3 Whoa, this looks good.
Yeah, just above the ground height, ripping fast and far.
Wow, that is the first time I have seen a legitimate birdie look this whole weekend. Maria slipping on the tee, but
Still,
gets it up there and
yeah.
does not get a roll away.
It's almost a little more level here on the stance, so for a slip, that's not too bad, and she is in position to putt for the par.
Kona also mostly at the top of the hill.
And a great upshot, very accurate, hitting the bottom of the pole.
Paige with a long look.
The low ceiling there kind of got
That
her.
should be a decent little putt. Shouldn't be too bad. Not what she was looking for, though. And Katrina for the birdie.
She got it.
Oh my gosh, that is such a good putt.
Yes.
Wow, what a birdie. And actually the only birdie in the entire field for the entire weekend.
I mean, that's impressive. I personally haven't ever seen or witnessed a birdie in competition at De La here. So
Paige looking to clean up. Oh, that'll give Katrina 2 strokes in this one hole.
good putt there. Definitely uphill. No putt is easy here at De La Viega.
Cat came to play. Sunday run day.
Sunday run day, the final round really puts a fire inside of some players. They know what they want. They've made their corrections, even disc changes. And Katrina, this is super impressive here. I can't give it enough good props toing this hole.
And, you know, she struggled a little bit on the green this weekend. And to start off her round with a big putt for birdie on the one of the hardest holes on the course is definitely means she's going to be pushing Paige down the stretch.
For our next shot, we've got 354 feet, mostly flat in elevation. We're at the top of the hill. It's a par 3. There's danger on both sides. Players need to know which disc and which speed right off the tee pad that they're going to be able to hold straight and carry as far as possible to give them a birdie look.
Cat with the box, throwing her H3V2, looking for a little bit more turn.
Keep
there
turning.
It goes.
Yeah, she knows that disc. Staying up the whole time. I would never have guessed that from the release, but again, that's not my disc.
Kona with the Emperor needed to leave it out a little further left, and she's on that right side. We'll have some trees to contend with on her approach. Maria.
Early release.
Oh, no.
Please land and give her something.
That
good
can
there.
roll all the way into the fairway from 2 holes ago if she gets the roll down that hill. Paige with the stalker.
Yes, the perfect height,
Oh, my
dropping
goodness.
underneath the canopy, getting all the distance that she wanted there. She's got a birdie putt.
Even closer than Katrina's. Maria with a Hail Mary.
Doesn't look like it got too far. She's still in the trouble zone off the fairway, bringing it back up on her third shot. Outside of circle 2 still.
Bleeding strokes here on this spine of a hole.
And Kona, it looks like, cooked it to the right a little far, but that's not too far outside of the circle, actually. I watched Kat Merch actually make a 2-putt there for the birdie.
Whoa, that's like, what edge of the circle?
Just a little outside, yeah.
And she's a little down the hill with some branches and bushes to contend with. But looking to cash in on that alpaca.
Almost. Just a little bit short for Kona Panis.
And Katrina, pin high, outside the circle on the left side, looking to get 2 in a row. And again, she does it.
Confidently fired up on the putting green. We have Katrina Allen carding 2 birdies in a row just right out the gates.
Putting her within 5 of Paige. Although Paige does have this birdie putt ahead of her.
That was a good focused putt there for Maria. Sometimes a player can get shaken after having such trouble here at De La. That was a confident putt. No. Leaving it just a little high there for Kona Panis.
Looks like she has a different putting stance.
Yes. Thank you for mentioning that.
She changed from previous rounds, or has she been doing that all week?
Definitely been doing it all week. She's only using that stagger stance, kind of Annie putt, as an upshot or an approach to the basket, I think more, or unless the stance is forcing her to do it. But other than that, I believe Kona's been working pretty hard to go back to a straddle stance putt.
All right, good to know. Katrina, center pole.
And Paige also cashing in on that birdie. And we will move on to the top of the world, hole 4. It's a par 3, 516 feet. All the way down this hill. It's a complete elevation loss. So you got a beautiful view from the tee pad there. Lots of trouble. There's wind. There's out of bounds lining the entire far left and backside of the green. There's trees everywhere, and these trees are definitely Velcro sticky. If you are coming over the top, they're going to grab your disc and potentially give you a 2-meter. Players really have to put in a lot of practice here with their discs to figure out which speed and where their line is.
This needs to get down. Katrina with an M2. Ooh, did that hit something? Oh my gosh.
He's stoked to get that green flag up.
That is awesome. Paige also kind of left it out a little left yesterday and had to take the out of bounds stroke. So we'll see. It looks like she made the adjustment.
I love the height.
Oh, with the little kickback from the fence.
Guardian fence there, and she's just outside of the circle.
Kona with a T-bird. I love this play. Nice and flat. Flipped it up just a little bit, and it's coming back nice.
Beautiful. We're going to call that a park job for the top of the world. It's very, very hard to get close to this basket.
And Maria with the Thunderbird.
Man, that
little
Thunderbird,
too much thunder on that bird.
I mean, it's got to be a little bit beat in.
She's in the fairway at 24.
Also very safe, giving herself an upshot and hopefully just an easy par. And Katrina is absolutely stoked that didn't go out of bounds. I think she knew right away in her heart she just saved a stroke, so she's laying that up. And that puts Maria close enough for the putt.
Speaking of putts,
yeah,
Paige with the birdie look. Ooh.
And catches it. It was a little high right, but this basket's on it today, doing its job.
Right? Her stroke looked a little tentative, maybe. We'll see if she can put that on the pole on these next few putts. And Kona also utilizing this new putting style with the birdie look. That looked good.
Yeah, Kona coming back after the last green. We love to see a player make a shot like that. It's beautiful, too. Maria walking away with the par, as Kat will also do. Didn't even have to think about it.
Got a lot of spectators out there today, and the conditions are primed for scoring. Love her follow through.
When I walk up to the tee, I have these game plans. I think I'm gonna land in these same areas every single time, but you never know. Having the Bushnell rangefinder, no matter where I land, gives me that extra level of confidence.
I started playing disc golf with my family when I was 8 years old. When I was 16, I got my first job as a cook at a bowling alley, and that's when I made my first batch of beef jerky. As I got better at throwing, I also got better at making beef jerky. Everyone told me they loved my jerky. After 15 years of making my beef jerky as a hobby, I decided to make it available to everyone. Double G Craft Jerky. Give it a try. You're gonna love it.
And we are back here. Hole 5. It's a par 3, 315 feet. Pretty good elevation gain the entire fairway. This is the old traditional hole 1 for the Masters Cup, and as we've mentioned in previous round coverage, now hole 5 with the new changes of starting on the hill. You can see these tiered landing zones that either are going to help your disc roll away or capture it from rolling away. And then that down log is always a little bit of a hazard to contend with as we are approaching the green.
Paige, who just extended her lead with that last birdie, gets a nice rip up the hill with her Zeus. She's on that second level. Little approach shot to the pin.
Oh, I love this height. That's the height I was talking about yesterday. We were looking for, but didn't really see any of the players yesterday put it up in the air to try to get up to that top level.
Katrina with a D2 leaves it out a little far right.
Beautiful though, up on almost top there, I think she did make it.
It looks like she's on the upper level.
That looks beautiful. Just stay clean now, and it does. Gorgeous drives there by Maria and Katrina. Pretty far up the fairway.
Kona utilizing the sidearm for a park job. I like that putt.
Stress-free pars are gold. Paige with the sidearm approach as well. That tree must have been in her way. No.
Oh, that's going to make that putt way more difficult. She's going to have to go Annie around those bushes.
Maria just giving it an upshot, getting herself there for the par putt.
Katrina's going to play some windy game here with these trees.
And does well. That was a tough place to be, actually, for getting so far up the fairway.
Paige to save the par.
She is not happy with that.
Opening the door a little bit for her card mates. Maria making good on the par.
There's a par for Kat.
Stroke looks good.
Yep. Much more confident out the gate. And the bogey for Paige there. And a tap-in par for Kona.
Bringing Kona within 4 strokes of the lead.
Full extension on that gorgeous drive there by Maria.
Ripping on a wraith. Looking at that neutral distance driver to get up the hill, but still hyzer back left.
Hole 6, extreme uphill elevation gain. It's a par 3, 270 feet. Again, playing, with a pretty much a feel of 350 plus feet. The tree on the left that our camera's flying around right now is the one bit of danger on the left-hand side that players are trying to hyzer around, although not go too long and too far up the hill to the far tree line. And then look at this tricky death green. Players must land their shot early of the basket.
Kona with an Emperor. Ooh, I like this one.
Yeah, get left.
Oh, wow. That was way deeper than I thought it was. And caught a roll.
Oh, no.
That is not good. Oh,
gnarly.
No. Back into the previous hole's fairway. What is it doing?
It's going for
Oh, okay. Now she's going to hole 23. Oh, no.
Unbelievable.
Well,
there.
she will have a side route up that left side to get to the pin. It's not direct, but she won't have to go back through where that rolled, thankfully. And Katrina, who got a look at this one in the first round, leaves it also up a little high on the hill. These ladies are juiced.
Yeah, they definitely have the tournament power going today. Inside line, just a little too inside for Maria there.
Paige trying to recover from this bogey. Putting the Zeus up. Ooh, I like that angle.
Love this.
Did it catch a little bit of the tree on the edge?
I think it did. I think
looked
you're
like
right
it was going to go way more left. But that'll be a sidearm approach.
Mm-hmm. So
Kona's going to re-tee. Okay.
Re-tee meaning +1 stroke from the tee box for her third shot, landing in a much better position. She must not have had almost anything from that super far left-hand side.
I don't know. I think I might have tried to go up the fairway at 7.
Oh, getting clipped on that upshot, way short, way outside of circle 2 there. That's a guaranteed layup. And Paige is lining up that putt as a layup, coming up short, actually. I believe that's
a tester.
outside of the circle.
Kona also coming up short. Everybody's got some decisions to make, and nobody likes where their putt is. Katrina still has to throw the second shot. Hopefully she can get it nice and close.
Funneling to the basket. So that one's a pretty good approach, I think. Maria's not messing around. She wants out of town.
Kona almost without a choice. She must make this. Oh no, sit.
It looked like it was not being spun as fast as Kona can spin a disc. I hope it sat.
Paige also missing right. That's 2 in a row.
Great putt there. Triple bogey, though, for Kona. Not what she was looking for out of hole 6 today. And Katrina taking her time here. Hopefully on this putt, she wants to card this par. Confident stroke. But nothing is a gimme here at De La Viega. We're stoked to see that. Paige landed softly back there, at least.
And that puts Katrina now firmly in second place. And 5 strokes, off of Paige going into this next hole. There might be a battle now. I'm pretty excited to watch the rest of this.
Yeah, most definitely. Kat turning the confidence up as we move into hole number 7, completing the first big hill series here. It's a par 3, 354 feet, all downhill, not super drastically. It's kind of side hill, traversing down the hill. You've got to miss those first 2 trees on the right, the tree on the left, whether players choose to go through the middle or up over the top. Then we have a tricky protected green where it's just a bunch of, pretty much door size, 3-4 foot gaps to get through with a lot of roots down there on the ground. Nice release. I like that line.
Katrina with a really beat-in M2. Sneaks it up to the green. She's mostly pin high, but we'll have a couple trees to contend with.
Maria, plenty of height here. And what disc is she put
Looks
up?
like it's an MD3. So throwing the mid down the hill, you usually get a lot more distance on those slower discs as you're pushing downhill slopes. Paige going zone.
Wow, I love to see that.
Throws it in.
Love to see that.
This is a very aceable hole, too. I've seen a few go in on this one.
Kona hoping to recover on this hole.
Kona also with the mid going Mako 3.
Wow, sweet. And she's going to have an open look for the putt at the basket. It's not that often you see many players get through the trees, and both Paige and Kona are on the backside there, the green. Wow, yes. Nice birdie, Maria.
She's got that little extra wrist action on her putt that was just enough to get that in the basket. Kona from outside the circle.
Leaving it up plenty high, just a little too high, dang it.
Strong run, though. Center on the basket. Katrina for the birdie.
Did she land on top?
I think it disappeared.
Yeah, the basket.
Oh, there it is.
Swallowed
Leaner.
it. That's hard to do, and it's also hard to accept when it's done.
Yes, I remember the good old days when those could go in the top and count.
That was definitely a piece of history in our sport there.
There used to not be that extra
Metal.
that metal weld in the top that was big enough for a disc to go through. Paige cashing in on a birdie. She's not going to go down without a fight.
Absolutely not. She's got multiple Masters Cup titles. She wants to gain another one. And for the par here, nice easy tap in for Panis.
This hole playing is the 20th difficulty, so the 4th easiest hole on the course. Got quite a few birdies, along with, of course, Maria and Paige, Alexis Monajando out of Texas, Lisa also out of Texas, and Lindsay Fish getting this birdie on the day.
And we are at hole 8 here, par 3. It's 390 feet. The entire fairway is super tricky. We've got to go up in elevation. We've got to go back down in elevation. There is a very steep hill on the right-hand side. Catching a tree or a root on the ground and having any kind of kick right is a lot of trouble for the players. You also have to choose if you're trying to go under the tree canopy or up over off of the tee pad, bringing that 2 meters into play, or just trying to get yourself out left is no easy feat for any player.
Maria up first, throwing her wraith. That looks pretty good. Needs to come down. Oh.
Good thing. Off the tee, Paige Pierce.
With a raptor. Hits the same tree, drops kind of close to Maria. A little bit more open look to the pin. Katrina with an X1, looking for a big fade left.
Found that airspace, gets it, and the flare skip. Oh, and even a little bit of a roll towards the basket.
That is such a good spot to be.
Yeah.
Kona with her Emperor. Trying to get over to that left side where Kat was landing, but needs to filter through these trees. Does not get the filter, gets caught up just a little bit. And that was in the tree.
Dang it.
Our first 2 meter of the day.
A little bit of trouble here.
Still in circle 2 to get the... Oh, I guess now that's to save a bogey. Maria with the sidearm.
Leaving it a little shorter than what she would have liked and not getting any of that ground play that she was probably expecting.
Paige,
this is coming in hot.
Whew, that behind the basket, there is a hillside, and that'll be a tough putt back to the pin.
It's a pretty steep drop off. Both.
Oh, no!
Oh, just where I was getting ready
flare.
to talk about right there.
Kona just taking her medicine. No need to try to make that putt. Maria also high obstruction.
Not even questioning it. She's seen some trouble. She's seen other players run this and go way down the hill. Yeah, Paige.
Big
that was
comebacker.
A huge comebacker and a clutch par to card.
Playing is the most difficult hole on the course. We haven't seen any birdies so far. And so par is good. Kat and Paige carding the pars. Maria and Kona having a little bit of trouble. But you're not really losing too many strokes to people with that par by Kat and Paige. However, I do have to give a huge shout out to Nicole Bradley, who made a circle 2 putt to get this birdie today.
Really?
I wish I could have seen that drive. I wonder what she like. Do you think she went like low skipper or high over the top?
You know, I'm imagining the low skipper with her game, but that is a legendary 2.
Passion is more than fiery emotion. It feeds the spark to start your day. It fuels your obsessions. It inspires your dreams. Passion challenges your fears, and it repeatedly bathes you in sweat until you are transformed into a new, better you. Disc golf isn't just your passion. It's ours too.
You've seen them in the hands of professionals, helping them compete at the highest level. Whale Sacks is a female-owned small business, handmade in the USA. We are dedicated to outstanding grip for all disc golfers.
We're back here on hole 9, par 3, 393 feet. You can't see the basket. You know that it's a tiny bit of elevation gained before a pretty decent loss. There's trees scattered throughout that first half of the fairway that you have to contend with. Not a whole lot of trouble if you hyzer out, unless you hyzer too far to the left. You've got a tree line. Definitely don't want to hit the right side of the fairway either. Players must keep their discs straight.
Paige, throwing the buzz. This is the 3rd day in a row. I'm starting to think she might be just trying to go over there on purpose.
Yeah, 3 days, same result, same outcome. And Kat, this is looking a little right side, but if she can sneak through that canopy, it could be good. Caught a little bit of trees there, but not bad.
H3 V2 cutting through the trees.
Maria keeping it low and looking for that inside route, but just clips the tree. That's going to be a pretty big upshot.
Kona with the leopard 3. Maybe she should have thrown just a leopard. Wait, are the leopard, the 3s are flippier? Yeah, the 3s are flippier.
Traditionally, that's what they say.
Paige leaving out a little bit left, but she will have a putt for her par.
Yeah, almost
and
pin
pars are
high.
good here. This is playing as one of the more difficult holes, the 6th most difficult hole. And even though most players can have the power to get it down here, it takes some masterful shot shaping.
That is the truth. Dang, clipping another tree there for Kona. I believe she's still in the fairway, but on the very pinched left-hand side. Tough upshot here for Kat, using the ground play and skipping up pretty good there. That's a putt.
I love that she didn't try to turn that around the corner and risk a difficult angle, and she just pitched it out straight to a place where she knew she could make a putt. You know, you don't have to always put it under the pin if you're pinched off. So that's a really smart play by Kat. And Maria canning the putt under the trees.
That was a nice par for Maria. Same for Kat. And Paige's putt is actually a lot closer. That's a little past pin high there. All right.
There's a solid confidence stroke.
And tap in there for Kona, carding the bogey.
Look at that little wrist action. Also, shout out to Deanne Carey with the only 2 in the field today on this hole.
Wow, yeah, that's a great 2 as well. And we are on hole 10, par 3, 348 feet, all downhill, tight fairway, tightly wooded. Players want to choose a speed and a disc that is going to stay straight for them. Whether they're playing the flip up or the straight all the way through, they want to stay away from left, anything but left. It's OB road, lining the left-hand side of the fairway. If you're off to the right or happen to get a terrible tree kick, it's also not a good situation down there in the forest.
Paige with the zone needs that to come back. Oh, it's a fighter.
Yeah, pushing it all of the right side that she could and making good with the zone.
Katrina with her trusty M2 needs it to flip up a little more, but as long as she gets straight ground play, well, not much of a putt, but she's in the fairway. Maria also going mid with that MD3. Good ground play.
She loves that disc and throws it so well. I think it's perfectly beat in, perfect to her standards.
Kona with the Mako 3 putting out too high. She needs that to come down.
Come down. And we see the spotter going to check.
It looks like it came down. Guess we'll see. Paige with a long putt. She was running that.
She was definitely running that and landing safe. Gotta love that confidence. Kat looking like it's like a semi-bid, semi-layup there, and it works.
So Kona did drop down in the middle of the fairway and even has a putt. Oh, wow.
Very close.
Great height. And Maria with 56 feet to the pin.
She's lining it up. You've got to do it. It's an open look. Oh, just a little short. Oh, please stay in. You can see her face. She's good. She's good. Yes.
Oh,
taking her
that basket
par.
looked like it shook a little with that speed.
She putts so hard. It's fun to watch, actually. It puts a lot of spin on the disc.
Paige tapping in the par.
Same for Kona there.
So star par, not bad for this hole, even though it's well within range to get the birdie on. It's so tricky. Shout out to Lisa Own, Cat Merch, Madison, and Danielle Clyden for getting this birdie. Maria putting with the P2.
So she loves those Discmania discs. I think that's pretty cool.
She looks up, expecting it to spit back at her.
Hole 11, it's a tricky 215 feet, par 3. As you can see, there's a very drastic canyon hillside down to the right. Trees sprinkled all throughout the fairway. It's a pretty tight line. You don't want to go too far left. There is an OB road that shouldn't come into play unless you were to get an unlucky tree kick, but there is a lot of roots on the ground, could kick up your disc and roll you down that hill. It happened a lot during this third round. Heard the spotters talking about it.
Ooh, that needs to sit. Oh no, that looked like a roll.
Please stay up.
Yeah, we saw yesterday, we saw Haley get kind of ravaged by this hole. And Kat has not had the right line either this week. And once again, third time is not a charm.
Putting her halfway down that hillside.
Maria going with a coyote.
All right. You don't hear about that disc too often.
I used to throw that way back in the day. And she's inside the circle. It's a pretty fun disc.
Awesome.
Flippy mid.
And Kona releasing a little bit wide here.
With her Mako 3, she is safe, but she's got some work to do.
Throwing the turnover sidearm shot. Wow, and getting herself up there. There's still a putt looking straight down at the canyon. We'll see how that goes. Oh, please.
Oh,
further down the hill, a little bit farther up the fairway, but way further down the hill here for Katrina. She's hoping to get up on top. Please stay.
No. Okay. Jeez, what a challenging hole for such a short amount of distance.
Staying up on top here.
Still with a long putt.
And this is where Paige's drive ended up, even though it looked like it was right next to the basket. Way down that hill. Got herself to the top with the second stroke. And Maria for her... Oh, she's not even messing around too much here. Did it sit?
Little whisker stop.
Sliding to circle's edge, also down that hill.
Katrina just inside the circle. Oh, wow. She needed that putt.
Catch
Oh
that
my gosh.
basket. Not a friendly hole 11 here today for our top card.
Maria coming back for her par.
Yes.
Whoa, big putts.
That's what I like to see. And she could...
Running up the hill.
I just love that. That's a really steep elevation.
And Kona with that great save left from the left side. Now misses right. Still dialing in that straddle.
Paige tapping out her par.
Always tough to change your putting stroke in the middle of the season, but I applaud her for doing it. If she felt like she needed to change that, then, it's, even though you don't want to do it in the middle of the season, she's given herself a month before Worlds to dial that in. So I think it's a smart play. P2 stick in the chains.
That was pretty sweet. It was pretty high up, but coming from down below, that basket couldn't help but catch the disc.
On to our last hole of this part of the Masters Cup.
We've got hole 12, par 3, 320 feet. We just passed the Mando tree on the left-hand side. That's the first set of danger. Really steep hill, the same one from the last hole. Continuing on, lining the fairway on the right-hand side. Lots of trees to contend with as we approach the green. Players know that this is a turnover shot for a right-handed player. You just want to keep in the middle of the fairway, land safely, and give yourself a bid.
Paige ripping on a buzz too
No.
early. But that was a pretty soft kick.
Pretty nice landing there. Yep.
And Maria putting a nice turn on that Roadrunner.
Ugly action from the ground route, though, kicking her back away from the basket.
Ooh, this looks good.
That's the shot.
Kona with a sidewinder. Oh, it needed to wind through those trees. Kick down right. And Katrina with a conservative play with her M4.
Nice and low, getting her into circle 2.
Yeah, circle 2 putt. Paige having to pitch out.
And that's not an easy pitch out. Speaking from experience, all 3 rounds somehow.
And speaking of not easy, this approach shot, throwing the fierce, needs a turn.
Trusting
Keep going.
it. Plenty of turn there and landing by the basket.
Really nice. Maria with a long birdie run.
And she's just going to go ahead and put it up there next to the bucket.
Smoothly smoother.
I like that.
Wow. And Katrina, circle 2.
For the birdie.
Looking for strokes on folks.
Almost.
I like that. That was a really nice looking shot.
Like I mentioned there with that old putting style, it gives her a really good approach stance.
Yeah, I like that. She has the length to reach back and get a little extra oomph.
Paige not happy about that bogey, but ready to move on to the second half of this course. Tapping in the par for Katrina. And also tapping in there, Kona Panis. And Maria taking a look at the leaderboard here. We've got Pierce still in a very commanding lead at 2 down. Still 12 holes to go here at De La Viega. Anything can happen just in the matter of a couple of holes. So much tricky angle control, ground action. What will happen in the second half? I can't wait to see.
Right, with this, but she got 7 strokes over Katrina right now. So that's a pretty big lead. We're gonna maybe see some conservative Paige Pierce play.
You never know. And Maria right down there, just a +3, an incredible score for the total.
Join us on the back as we close out the Masters Cup, the 35th annual Masters Cup.